This episode is sponsored by Pound Fun, but more on that a little bit later in the episode. Hi everyone and welcome to Mama Social, the podcast. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Kayleigh, and we're here to talk motherhood, womanhood and all things adulthood.
So grab yourself a bev and enjoy. Alan Shearer liked my reel last night.
Oh my God.
Maybe for once, this light is doing us some favours then, because my skin right now is...
All these teenagers were just coming to our house with the crappiest outfit on. And they was like, here's a pound.
The whole boring thing of like saving for a rainy day. I want to save for a rainy day.
I want to be the family that just eats at Marxie's. Are you okay with me starting a foot campaign on OnlyFans, Mr. Laverick? And he went, if you're making $7,000, crack on.
I could pick up all kinds of food with my feet. I never want to be one of those Karen-y people. Mm-hmm. But I do think that fireworks should be for professional displays only. My Sunday dinner and your Sunday dinner will be a lot different. So this is what I cooked yesterday.
Okay. Oh, guess what? The PR team rang us, so excited. And I was like, hey, what's wrong? They were like, you've made the top 75. I was like,
Top 75 of
what?
So what number are you? 74?
I was 34.
Oh, well, they should have said you made the top 35.
No, because this top... So, basically, it's called Northern Leaders.
All right.
And it's a prestigious thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, is it? Never heard of it. But in business world, it is. So there was 540 applicants.
Mm-hmm.
The PR team didn't even mention it to us because they were like, we don't think you'll get on. You'll get on it. So they go from 500... There was 540 applicants. The shortlist them to 200. And on that 200, there's like Sarah Davis, Gary Neville, like some rugby dude, Freddie Flintoff.
Alan Shearer liked my reel last night.
Oh my God. We'll get back to that reel in a second.
Sorry, just had to get that in there when we were talking about football greats.
So like all these like insane people. Mm-hmm. And then from the 200, they whittle them down to the top 75 of ones to watch. And I'm in this list.
Yeah, but you're in the top 35, not the top 75.
Yeah, but
I
the
know
list
it's called
is
the 75,
75,
but you're in the top 35. In fact, you're in the top 34.
And when you Google, this is the bit that blew my mind. When you Google the thing, my name's mentioned in the 4 that's mentioned.
Is it?
Dale
So what do you Google?
Northern Leaders. Dale was having a turd and he was like, oh my God, look at this here. So this is on the like, he took a screenshot and put it on Facebook. He never ever does that.
Oh my God, I've seen him do that, but I didn't read it.
Like,
I don't look at Facebook much. And I remember going on and something from Dale came up and I thought, oh, I should read that. Like, should go back and read that because it was really long and I thought it was going to be a rant.
No.
And then I forgot about it.
But
Go
yeah,
on.
like in that like blurb, and then the second person is little old me.
Who's first?
Ben Gallagher,
who's that?
The Lux Collection fashion magazine.
Oh yes, I like him. He's got a podcast.
Yeah, with longish hair.
Yes, yeah.
He was the
I
first
like
one.
his TikToks.
And then little old Kale.
Little old you. Little old you.
Oh no, leaders to watch, yeah.
Doing things.
Tell me about Alan Shearer. That's the best thing.
Oh, well, I just.
What reel was it?
So me and Glenn went away for a night at Close House, which is a golf place. And obviously I think he's a member there. He was on a lot of photos on the walls. And obviously I collaborated with them. So it was on their Instagram as well and he liked it. And I was like, Glenn, look. And he was like, big Sunderland fan, obviously.
Oh, so he wasn't buzzing?
No, he was like, he's a mag.
I don't know if Dale would be the same.
Yeah.
Oh, I would be happy buzzing. These eyelashes. They need to come off. They've seen better days.
I mean,
there's
my full face
everywhere.
Needs to come off.
I honestly think the pink light's making it look... It doesn't look so,
maybe
does it?
Maybe for once, this light is doing us some favours then, because my skin right now is bright red. I can feel it as I'm talking. It's getting tighter and tighter, and eventually it will start to just flake. So at one point we'll be talking, my face will just be... It'll just be one big flaky mess.
I'm just thinking about how much pain I was in when I was on them awful tablets. And at least it's that's to your face though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas that, how do I pronounce it? I always say
Roaccutane.
It was my whole body.
When were you on rock?
After Freddie.
After Freddie, why did you have bad acne? Like
I had late onset adult acne. Say things, words have gone.
Just adult acne.
Yeah, but it was from the changes in hormones of being. I basically got it when I was pregnant. But like them ones where they're so sore.
Yeah.
And
like cystic.
And me dad opened the door one day and he called us Spotty Muldoon.
Oh no.
Muldoon from the Beanos or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
and he was like, said, and you know I don't wear makeup very often, but I was so embarrassed about that. I looked like a pizza. It was when I was dancing, teaching, so I was sweating but always wearing makeup. Anyway, I cried a lot. My dad was like, we're going to have to pay private because we can't deal with this face. And I was like, oh my God. But yes, you can pay private.
Yeah, please do. Please do. I was the opposite. So I had adult acne from being like 21, 22 up until I got pregnant with Oaks.
And it's so
I'd just been referred to the dermatologist to get put on Roaccutane. And then I fell pregnant. So I couldn't go on it. But then pregnancy just sorted out my skin.
When I got pregnant with Eva again, I was actually scared that my skin would go bad.
Yeah.
It didn't.
It's right, I'm purging at the minute because of the tretinoin. So that's where I used to be really spotty. Like round my jawline, down onto my neck. It's not actually that sore. I'm not going to touch it though because I don't want to be bacteriaing my new skin.
Yeah, so we went to that Skin and Me or whatever it's called, that private dermatologist.
Not sure where.
There's one in Newcastle, one in North Tees Hospital.
Is it
James
just
Cook
the skin clinic?
No, it's called Skin and Me's that.
Yeah, it's the brand.
I think it's just called Skin.
I think it might. Yeah.
Then, and as soon as I walked in, my friend had gone. And they said hers wasn't bad enough and she had to use these creams and stuff, but they were like 300-400 quid. She was like, I'm not doing that. I've tried every cream going. Anyway, I walked in, they were like, we need these tablets.
Yeah, Roaccutane's brutal.
Oh, but it was horrendous. I think I was on them for 4 months. And because isn't it known that they're like the suicide drug?
Yeah, they're meant to be bad.
Really bad for your mental health.
Stuff as well, yeah.
And I could see myself going a bit dodge.
But what your skin goes through, obviously my skin's purging at the minute and I know this is going to be over in a couple of weeks, where when you're on Roaccutane, it's like kind of 10 times this and lasts longer and it's so sore. Like I can imagine feeling really down about it.
It was awful. And my armpits were crusty. My vagina was crusty. No, my vulva, not my vagina, not the hole. But everything was just peeling and awful. So God bless your face.
God bless my face.
Anyway, we weren't not supposed to talk
all
about
in the name
Have
of vanity.
we started recording? Oh,
all
Sam
in the name of vanity.
Oh man. How has your week been, honey?
You know what? It's been lovely.
Has it?
Yeah.
Tell me.
How did your trick or treating go?
Lovely.
Are you going to tell me?
I am still recovering from work week last week. Such a busy week. So got in, painted the kids' face, still had them ready. I had 5 minutes to get to our friend's house. And we do this tradition, our traditions, where we have the same photo in the same place with the kids in the same location, all my godchildren. And then we walk around Dee's Street because it's mad. And it was lovely that Eva was just at the perfect age.
Because obviously Oaks and Eva are the same age, and I feel like Oaks was just perfect. It was so lovely. And we were going to go over to Glenn's mum's to trick or treat with the cousins, but then Glenn was like, let's because we'd buggered up bedtime the night before by being out for a meal. So we're like, let's just not bugger up bedtime again. Let's just go out trick-or-treating around here. And I was like, right, okay then, because I live on a new estate and so many houses were decorated and stuff. We're like, it's going to be loads of fun. And then I said to Glenn, I was like, Oaks might be a little bit nervous to go and trick-or-treat by himself.
Yeah.
It's obviously it's dark. He's going to have to knock on doors that he's never like knocked on. Like, what if he's a bit shy? Like, he might have a better time with the cousins. And Glenn was like, oh, Oaks will be fine. Like, what are you worried about Oaks for? I felt so proud. I felt so proud of him, just knocking about the streets and then knocking on people's door. And he was singing, trick or treat, smell my feet. And it was so funny. And he was just so confident. And I loved it. I loved watching him trick or treat.
Oh, bless him.
I absolutely loved it. And then absolute meltdown when we got home because he wasn't allowed to eat all of his sweets.
We do one sweet.
Yeah. So I was like, right, you can have, I think he maybe had 2. But then Glenn did a really bad thing of the trick or treat bucket he had. He was like, should I just pour that in our sweet bucket? And when people come to the door, they can take these. I'm not going to have too many. And I was like, yeah, just do it. So anyway, he poured them all out and there was this big chocolate eyeball that Oaks really, really wanted. And Glenn answered the door to some trick-or-treaters with Oaks because Oaks was dead excited to answer the door. And the little boy picked the chocolate eyeball out.
Oh, no.
And then Oaks had it was a big mistake.
It's a dad fail?
Yeah, that was a dad fail. And he was like,
run after, excuse me, we need that one back.
Imagine. Oh no, sorry, you can't do that one. And Oak's just watching it leave, like quivering bottom lip. Bless him. But Bless him. It was fun.
It was so busy around their street that we were trying to keep the kids together. Remy just runs off and does her own thing, one of the girls. And she's like, I'm like, should we go to this house? She's like, I've been. There's no out there. I've been to that one. I'm like,
there was a man on our estate that was giving out fivers.
Well, this is what I was going to say. Got to our house and Dale was like, we've got no sweets, so I'm giving everybody, he'd gone in our like jar and got like 20 quid out. Stuff. So all these, it must have been went round to WhatsApp because all these teenagers were just coming to our house with the crappiest outfit on. And Dale was like, he's a pound.
I knocked on a door and did the whole trick-or-treat smell my feet. And then he was taking ages. And I was like, what's happening over there? Like, why is he taking so long? And I thought, oh, this man has been unprepared for trick-or-treaters. Like, he hasn't got anything. And then came back to the door with a fiver. And I was like, ee. And then Clem was like, oh, cheers, mate. Like, thank you. And I thought, he's forgot that it's Halloween and he's accidentally opened the door and he's had to give us a fiver. And then another group of kids went and we were like watching. He gave them all fivers. And I was like, he's just dishing out fivers.
Loaded.
When we were on the way back up, we were like, should we go again? He'll not remember. You were the first one. Should we go again?
We need a takeaway. We'll get some money. Well, Freddie, we went round the corner of the street and the kids ran over and they all want to knock on the door, like, obviously, but they proper end up booting it, like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, the door opened and
people being scared.
No.
Oh, was it?
The kids were like, and looked at me. And Freddie was like, the handle. Freddie had grabbed hold of the handle and opened the door. And I was like, shut the door. And the bloke came to the door and he went, who opened my door? And I was like, so sorry, it was me 6-year-old. They were all trying to knock on your door. And I tried to explain it and he was like, that's just so rude. And I was like, I totally agree. But he didn't mean to do it. He's like, grab the door. Like, because I lock my door all the time.
Yeah,
like,
I do.
Yeah.
So that just wouldn't happen to me.
No.
Lock your door.
But anyway, he shut the door, didn't give them anything. Clearly, because they were trying to break into his house. Freddie's getting into a habit of being the Robin Hood, isn't he?
Yeah.
I will break in and get the sweets myself. Yeah, I wasn't happy. I said, go and apologise. And he'd shut the door on his face, bless him.
Oh.
But I was like, don't you ever? And he was like, I honestly didn't mean to. I said, I know you didn't mean to.
Yeah, it's just been like overexcited.
Like, knocking on doors and opening doors.
I must have been about 9. And I had a friend that lived a few doors down. Mm-hmm. And I remember I'd been at hers playing for most of the day and then it was like tea time. And I was like, right, going to go home for my tea and then I'll come back. So we'll both have an hour tea. So I went home and then I went back round to hers after I'd finished my tea and I just walked in the door and like just without even thinking, just walked in and went to walk in and then thought, oh my God, I've just walked in the house. And then I remember being so quiet and like sneaking back out backwards because I felt so embarrassed that I'd just walked in and I could like see the family sitting in the dining room all having their tea, just moving out really slowly to then get to the door to just knock. I was thinking, I wonder if they ever seen me. I wonder if they actually
They
see
must have heard you. You can hear somebody coming in. I don't know. Balled in.
I know.
So yeah, that was Halloween.
Lovely. Lovely jubbly.
It was.
This episode is sponsored by Pound Fun. Can we say the C word?
Absolutely. Say the C word.
Okay then, it's nearly Christmas, guys, and we know that Christmas can end up costing a small fortune, which is why we're very proud to be partnering up with Pound Fun.
Pound Fun are dedicated to providing budget-friendly, high-quality toys for children of all ages. They've been around since 2023, and their mission is to make the joy of play accessible to every family by offering a wide range of cheap toys that inspire creativity and learning.
And we have an exclusive 20% off code to save you even more, meaning you can nurture your child's imagination without breaking the bank. You can use code MAMA20 at the checkout.
That's MAMMA 20.
This podcast is sponsored by Pretty Mama Maternity. Breastfeeding mamas, we've got something that's going to change your life.
Pretty Mama have an amazing selection of breastfeeding clothing, from sweatshirts to t-shirts and even t-shirt dresses.
Their discreet zips open diagonally so that you can breastfeed with confidence, comfortably, knowing that you're covered.
They're easy to wear and trendy, and will see you through breastfeeding and beyond.
You can use our discount code MAMA15 for 15% off site-wide.
That's MAMMA 15.
Lovely jubbly.
It was. I got back home, got the kids down and had a takeaway.
Did you?
Perfect.
I didn't have a takeaway, but got the kids down and
I didn't
probably
cook.
just went to bed. I left Halloween outfits until very last minute.
So did you get outfits?
No.
Oh, I wanted the ketchup and
I did
mustard,
have, I know,
hot
I
dogs.
did have devil horns on, and I put like a pretendy cut on my face to match Oaks's. But I was really jealous because we went round the corner into like our estate, and there was like some adults dressed up as big inflatable aliens and that, and I was really jealous.
That was.
So I need to do that next year.
Yeah. Stop
But
planning it now.
I know. I was late at getting an outfit, so went to Asda the day before Halloween and was like, right, I just need to get something for Oaks. All I had was Hermione Granger. complete with wig. So I had to buy that and just cut the skirt out of the outfit. It worked quite well. It worked.
Does Oaks not have loads of costumes?
He's only got Spider-Man, which would have done. We would have just done Spider-Man. But he hasn't got.
We have a rail in our cupboard in the
then
hall.
I wish I'd
that is
known.
just full.
I wish I'd known. Oh,
Them yawns.
Sorry about that.
I'm so tired.
I'm always tired.
I feel like, because I've been running on adrenaline for a good
That
month
you're going to
now,
crash.
then I'm going to crash.
Yeah.
You know when you go on holiday and you often get colds or flus?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have time for the colds or the flus.
Nah.
But I'm just like, I feel like words are not even working.
That's been me for the last few months.
Good God.
My sleep's just so unpredictable. But you know what? I've had some... Let's just go straight into pits and peaks. Pits and peaks. My peaks is I've had kids have slept out twice.
Ooh.
Twice?
And how's that made you feel?
Great.
Your eyes did so funny. They went boop.
The excitement. So me and Glenn have had 2 date nights in 2 weekends.
Wow. I'm proud of you.
One. Did the kids sleep out for 2 nights? No, so it must have just been the one night. So the kids slept out and we went out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went away for the night.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had 2 nights, like 2 full nights sleep.
Perfect.
Like without having to get up with anyone in the morning or make anyone's breakfast.
Get up during the night?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do still do that.
Why?
Don't know.
Who are you making bottles for?
Oh,
when there's
no,
kids
not like
there?
that. But I mean, I just wake up.
I think because your body's starting to get used to
Yeah.
just waking up.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been great.
Was Glenn's birthday good?
He had a lovely birthday.
Did he play golf or not?
No.
Just the hotel?
Now he really wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got some rusty clubs in the garage of when he went through this phase of life before But now he's seen these golf courses and was like, I get my clubs out and you're not. So, no.
Not football and golf.
No. Absolutely not.
We still need to do golf.
Yeah, no. Did think that when I was there. When I was there, I also thought if there's any single ladies listening, very good place to go if you're single. Mm-hmm. You just knock around there. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of men and a lot of nice cars.
A lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's also
I said we were sitting having breakfast. I went, if I was single, this would be a really good place to knock about, wouldn't it? Yeah. And he was like, don't get on my nerves.
And your pit?
Right, my pit is going to be, I've got a couple. My house is still a mess.
The house is still a mess?
My house is still a mess. It's been a mess since
But have you not
June.
Done it all? Have you not sorted it and now it's a mess?
I've never got round to a full sort.
Okay.
When you need a day where it's a full top to bottom clean, I've never got round to the full thing. I don't have time. Okay. I don't have time to get it all done. So sometimes I'll sort out upstairs, but then downstairs is to the shithole, and then by the time I've sorted downstairs, then upstairs is just as bad. So house is still a mess. It's actually my media wall's finally getting painted today, because that's just made it look even worse. My next pit is I've hurt my shoulder. Oh. It's really hurting.
Which one?
This one.
Why?
Don't know. It's just really hurts. Really hurts. It's really affected my sleep for the last few nights. Just can't get comfortable. I can't lift my arm into a certain position. Actually, I've took some naproxen today. It feels a bit better. But when I do that, it really, really hurts. There's that. What?
You know what it is?
What is it?
We're getting old.
Getting old. I don't have time for it because I've got kids that I need to pick up. Mm-hmm. And they won't let us not pick them up.
Wear and tear.
I've put my shoulder out. And then my next one is just being an adult. Being an adult and having bills to pay and having so many things to think about and saving. And at the minute I've got no savings and I just feel like I need some savings. My tyres the other week, perfect example. Mm-hmm. I haven't had any savings since I moved into this house, because I used all my savings to move into the house, and then I just haven't pulled myself back around with savings. And you know what? The whole boring thing of saving for a rainy day. I want to save for a rainy day. Everyone was like, why would you save for a rainy day? I want to save for a rainy day. I want to have savings.
3 months worth of bills you should have.
Is it?
In your bank somewhere, in a savings pot for them unexpected. A washer goes, your tyres go.
It's just too much. It's just
adulting is so overwhelming.
Adulting is so, even now, I've just thought of that and then I thought, oh God, I still really need to send all my stuff to remortgage the house because it needs remortgaging now, and I need to send pay slips and stuff to my mortgage advisor, and I just keep, when you just keep forgetting those things that you really need to do. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just adult life.
Dale asked me to sort our mortgage out. He was like, please, you just... Because he's... The thing with the house is, he does all the bill stuff, and I've never been the one to take my foot off the pedal. I think because I'm running this business, it's really lovely to go home and not have to think about any of... when's that bill coming out. He does it all, which I so appreciate. And he was like, I'm so busy, can you please get the remortgage, because we were running out of the fixed rate, whatever it's called. And I was like, yeah. I never did it. I was speaking to some advisors, then we were thinking of moving our advisors, blah blah blah, and a letter came through saying, you've got 3 weeks to sort it all out or it moves over to this variable or something. So I was like, so I text the mortgage advisor, said, so we do need that chat. And then he came in, he was like, I've already sorted it with the original, I've done it. And I was like, I'm sorry. He was like, it's all right. I was like, I just don't have the brain space to do it all. He was like, well, you weren't doing it all.
Imagine having to do it without a mortgage advisor.
Ugh.
Why does anybody do that?
Don't know. What was weird though was one mortgage advisor was saying one thing, and then Dale was like, no, I don't believe you. I think we can do this. And I was like, are you a mortgage advisor? He was like, no. So he then got in touch with our original one and they were like, oh yeah, we can do that for you. So he was like, that's what
but they're all in with like different companies and stuff, aren't they? So certain people will get like better rates off certain stuff like that. I don't know.
So he had to do it, and I'm just very lucky that he does do it, because I just wouldn't do it. I'd put my head in the sand. But for business, I'm like, but I think because I've got my safety net and safety blanket of him, whereas you are him in your relationship.
I'm the safety blanket, but the safety blanket is starting to feel unsafe.
There's tears in that blanket.
There's tears and holes and frays in the safety blanket, and it no longer feels safe. Oh. I just need some savings.
But the thing is, Christmas has come in, and all of the extra cash is going to go on presents. You know I'm not going to go silly this year.
I'm not a big spender at Christmas. I'm a spender. But I am going to host Christmas this year, which is probably going to cost quite a bit.
Hold on. Get everybody to chip in.
Do you think?
That's when I used to, what's it called?
Host.
Thank you. My mum used to buy the meats. Lou would do all the desserts and all the like crackers and stuff, and I'd do veg and fresh.
I feel like Glenn's mum was feeling really uneasy about as hosting, and she was just like, right, well, you're gonna have to like ask me to bring the turkey, Amy to his sister to bring like beef. And at first I was like, no, actually I didn't let them cook it. They would buy them and bring them, and then I would cook everything. But it just shared the load, because we do tea as well for like aunties and uncles. Yeah,
so
that's
like,
what I'm gonna do.
It's so expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my God, guess what I did on Friday?
What?
Went to Marks and Spencer's and got me shopping, and went back home.
But you just got your shopping?
Food shopping.
I love Marks and Spencer's.
And I was like, I want to be the family that just eats at Marks's. And he was like, do better at work.
Do better at work. Sometimes
so expensive,
I pop into Marks's,
so
but I've got like certain things that I like from certain places. Like I like meat from Morrison's.
Just all of it.
I like fruit and veg from Morrison's as
know
well.
what I would love?
Do like the fruit from Marks and Spencer's as well, though.
You know what I would love? To be the person that has the time to go to the shops to do the shopping.
Same.
Like a little bit in
I'd
little,
like to have
a
the
little
money
bit
to do
in
the shopping at the minute.
Yeah, it was £115 and I had 2 bags. I did get steak and like organic chicken. Like
I put something on my story the other night of I had it was like a small bag for life, right? I've got this little straw bag for life, and that was £80 worth of shopping that I had in there. I did have a box of formula in there and a couple of pre-made bottles, so obviously that made up probably £25 of it.
That's mental.
I can't wait to go on to cow's milk. I think I'm going to do it really soon.
When's he one?
End of December.
Stick him on.
I know.
After that box, don't do anymore.
I know. I did think that. Because
he's eating.
£14 for a box of formula.
I just did Mamiya, little. It was like £6.
A Mamiya?
I don't know.
£6? It's not.
It was. Don't know what.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that
it was.
Any formula is £6.
And my health visitor said, if you look at the code on the back, the IP code or something, it's made in the same place as the...
Yeah, like they're probably just all the same.
Yeah. Mamiya.
I don't believe for a second
it was £6.30 something. Mamiya, that's not even how you spell it. Is it Aldi or Lidl? Aldi formula was
£7.99.
I'm telling you.
Oh, what the hell? That's actually kind of good, isn't it? I pay £14.
Are you crazy? It was $6.30 something a few years ago. Gone up.
What the hell?
This is Chloe's thinking, what's the point in these cards if we just waffle on?
I'm surprised that there hasn't been a rolling arm out the corner of my eye.
They're enjoying themselves.
Just gone on. Have you even gave me a pit and a peek?
No, babes, no.
I think you're just going to have to throw a pit and a peek in quick.
I've got loads of crack.
Oh God.
So, my peak of this week. Show the camera.
This is when I was on my way here. Glenn FaceTimed us, and his exact words were, F you and that effing podcast. right? Because he was obviously annoyed that I had gone out of the house, left him in the house with 2 children because it's an inset day, 2 children, 2 dogs, and there's a painter in the back room, so they're all secluded in one room. And this is what he FaceTimed. Can you see that?
Boo explosion.
Can you see that? That is the worst poo explosion I have ever seen.
Oh.
And Ovi's just like, paint me like one of your French girls.
Leg tucked over. Daddy, there's something down there. Get it
That's
off.
funny. Right, pit and peak.
All right, we have made a decision. Me and Mr. Laverick.
All right.
That, and to other people, you'd be like, yeah. But because we both run our own companies, it's very easy, and I know we've spoke about this, to pick up our phones or laptops while we're parenting.
Yeah.
Even if they're playing or watching the telly, we then go, oh, it's time to do this. We made a decision, not Sunday gone, Sunday before, to stop doing that.
Yeah.
We will have to stay up later when the kids are down to catch up on the work. It's not the kids' fault. We need to be present for them. We did it last week, and I'm very proud that we did it. And kids are unaware of it, but I feel better about it. I haven't got guilt. But I also stopped allowing TV or tablets on during eating time.
Yeah.
So around the dining room table, we haven't watched any devices, and the conversation is wonderful. Oh. And I'm really proud of us.
That's cute.
Like even this morning, they got up and I was like, right, you've got to make your own pancakes. And Freddie was like, what? I was like, yeah. I was like, here's your 2 eggs. Eva, here's your 1 egg. They both had bowls. And like they made their pancakes. I'm cooking them. And then Freddie was like, can I have some paper to draw? This has never happened. Obviously, he draws all the time, but not on a morning. Normally, it's like, get the telly on. So him and Eva are drawing while I'm cooking the pancakes like some old 1950s housewife. Give them the pancakes, they eat them, they're talking away, they're having a laugh. And I'm like, we've sussed it. So as Dale's getting out of bed, I was like, they didn't even ask. Today's the first day they haven't asked for them to watch something. And he was like, right, let's keep it up. And I feel really proud of ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it's going to. Don't know what the hell it's going to do for us.
I mean, it'll probably creep back in a little bit, but I actually had this conversation with my friends at some point during this week, about how sometimes parenting seems really hard, right? But I think sometimes we've got so much to do and that we need to do that, and say obviously I work from my phone a lot as well. Sometimes I'll just pick up my phone and I think, oh, I'll quickly do this, and I'll start doing something, and then ma'am, and you end up being a bit short with them. And then you think, put your phone down. Yeah. Just put your phone down. Do that later. Yeah. Like, it's not their fault. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think it's a very good thing.
I was very proud of us.
To give, because I get very annoyed at Glenn. Because Glenn hasn't got the excuse of I'm doing work on my phone. He's watching someone play the Xbox.
I can't believe he does that stuff.
It's pathetic, honestly. The biggest ick known to man. But he'll be like watching someone play on the Xbox on his phone. Sometimes there's like 3 of them all at once. Tragic. And then he's trying to watch that, and like he gets a little bit short with Oaks, and I'm like, no.
Absolutely not.
Get off your phone. Like, get off your phone and give your child some attention. He said, well, you do it. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm sending an email. Like, or I'm sending content over. Like, I'm never just sat on Instagram scrolling through people's reels when I'm with my kids, like aimlessly scrolling or like shopping for myself or something. Like, I will be doing something.
And I will do that later.
I'm not watching Molly May do our skincare.
Imagine.
It's what he always compares it to, and I'm like, that's really pathetic that you're doing that. And he's like, yeah, but you watch Molly May. I haven't watched Molly May for a really long time, actually. But I'm like, it's still just not the same. It's not the same. You're watching a few lads play FIFA. They all live in the same house, and one of them walks around all different rooms.
Oh my God.
Talking to them all.
You know what I thought yesterday? Did you see Lily Allen is making more money from her feet pics on OnlyFans than her downloads each month? Music.
What?
And I hit back was, don't hate the play, hate the game. She's making over $7,000 a month on OnlyFans, and our downloads for our music don't make that at all. So she's like, it's me feet. Like, I'm not bothered. I'm not doing anything sexual. So I was like, right, are you okay with me starting a foot campaign on OnlyFans, Mr. Laverick? And he went, if you're making $7,000, crack on. So then we were sat there going, right, what should we call it?
I can pick up all sorts with my feet as well. I could do all kinds.
We're gonna have to start.
Like, what other kind of fetishes do people have?
Well, there was a
like, some people have food fetishes. Like, I could pick up all kinds of food with my feet.
I just don't get. Oh, it's gone off me thing now. But there was like the top 20 OnlyFans account for feet. The top one had 957,000 subscribers, and the name was like Souls and Buttholes. And it was just a picture of her like bent over with the feet, like the soles of her feet between her legs.
So
it was her butthole and her soles of her feet. 900 plus. Dale had a really good, what he wanted to call mine. I can't remember what it was. We can ring him, but, you know, whatever, we're busy. But then I just thought, it's too much time.
Listen, Lily Allen gets that because it's Lily Allen.
No, she doesn't. Somebody's found out that it's Lily Allen. She doesn't say that it's her.
How on earth has someone found out that it's Lily Allen's feet?
Must have been a tattoo or something. And then she's come back saying, yeah, hate the play, don't hate the play, hate the game. Like, so yeah, it's me. What are you going to do? It's me feet.
That's brilliant.
Isn't it? So watch your space. I'll be putting it on the bottom of the show notes.
Maybe that's how I'm going to get some savings.
But there's just weird stuff everywhere.
Yeah, there is.
Like, Dale went, just go on Pornhub. Who's subscribing and paying for that? There's stuff on the internet everywhere for free.
Yeah, there is.
And I said, how do you know?
How do you know anything about porn?
I know.
How do you even know what Pornhub is?
Dirty bugger. So I've got a new hobby.
Oh God, not again.
You're going to be proud.
Not
I've
again.
tried it out for us.
What's happened to fighting?
I never went.
Right.
It's getting into a habit.
Right, come on then, what have you tried out? Climbing?
I went climbing.
When? Why did you go without us?
Because you know how Dale's mum bought us the 12 months of dates?
All right, yeah.
This
month,
you
and Dale went?
Me and Dale went climbing. Right?
Where did you go?
There's a one in Durham called Durham Climbing Centre.
Okay.
And I thought it was like clip and climb, Lauren.
No.
This was freehold rock climbing. Like going upside down
a bit.
Like, it was mad. There was these mental folk.
I've got no strength. Upper body strength, especially with this shoulder now. I would just flop to the floor.
Our instructor was like, you've got very strong legs. I was like, thank you. But then it was fine going up, but then you've got to have your upper body strength to come down because there's no ropes. You're going up 4 meters, 5 meters.
Oh no.
And then you've got to get down. And I said, so what happens if I just can't get down? And he said, so a safety fall. I was like, pardon? And he was like, jump down.
On your back like a beetle.
And roll backwards like a beetle. He didn't say beetle, but he said, arms in, legs in, and you'll be all right. And I was like, okay.
Broken back.
Let's just show you. Dale was so funny. He was going to go in his classic blue jeans.
I wish he had.
And I was like, with his brown belt.
Right.
I was like, you can't go in jeans. And he was like, wow, we're not going to be there. I said, Dale, this was before I knew it was a free bloody climbing thing. Look at this. Anyway, we had to wear these weird shoes. Oh, look, this is when he's going upside down. I'm like, get your feet up.
I love how supportive you're being. Feet up. Oi.
Gut out. I'm like, you're gonna
do that. You just fall.
You're gonna die. But he recorded me, right? And I feel like it's pointless even showing you because it looks on the video I climbed to here. But I don't. I literally climbed 4 meters. I did very well. That's bigger than my bungalow, how high I climbed, but it just looks so short. I was absolutely pagged.
Yeah, I can
You get to the
imagine.
top and you're like... But
That doesn't
I'm
look
not
like
gonna,
that much fun, to be honest.
We're not going to go.
Yeah.
But Freddie is. So I've signed Freddie up for a term because he would, the kids' classes obviously.
Yeah.
He will absolutely
Love it.
buzz off it. And now that he's not doing gymnastics anymore, that's better. A quick last pit. I need to sort my undercarriage out.
What do you mean? What's your undercarriage?
My vulva.
All right,
I
okay.
need to clean it up because Dale ended up pulling me pubes the other night.
Oh,
Like-
right, okay. I was so confused.
It's awful.
Come to the clinic, I'll laser it for you.
Oh, that scares us though.
Why? It doesn't hurt.
But it might fry me ovaries and I'll get cancer of some sort. Is that not a thing?
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
But where does the frying stop?
What do you mean?
Because clearly it's frying something.
Yeah, your hair follicle.
But how does it know what a follicle is and what
Well, it just
cells?
sucks pigment. So dark pigment. So it's not going to go for your pink ovary. That's a few layers behind.
Right,
Do you know what I mean?
I need some help. So yes.
I actually don't know how I feel about lasering your vagina. I'll give you one of the other girls' details though.
It's a lovely vagina.
I know, but I just think there's some boundaries in friendship that don't need crossing.
Tasha's been up
Yeah, I
there.
suppose she's been up mine too.
If you're a professional, you're a professional.
Yeah.
Tasha always says, if I've got gloves on, it's not anything sexual. Put your blue gloves on and away you go. Maybe that's our first OnlyFans. There'll be some...
Well, I'll do it with my feet.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Lasering, there'll be some fetish of pain for women.
It's not actually that bad, you know.
Yeah, but remember how much of a pussy I am.
Yeah.
Me peel you did. I thought you were burning me face off. So, should we have a look at this? Have we done
Yeah.
anything? Oh! Bonfire.
Bonfire.
Are you taking the bends?
Nah, not asked.
Not asked. Not about guy folks.
Nah.
Oh, the kids love it. My kids do.
Yeah.
How are the dogs?
Yeah, so I just wouldn't want to leave the dogs in the house. Yeah, they just bark constantly and shake.
Oh.
And then they make each other worse. I think Mash is dead nervous at the loud bangs, where Smokey would probably just do like a little growl. But then Mash starts to bark, so then Smokey starts to bark, and then they both start to shake. And I just...
Do you not put the music and that on?
Well, no, because usually I'm watching the telly.
Isn't it, there's some radio channel
Yeah, that do
puts
the
like dog-friendly...
thingy music. Last year, the people that live like directly behind us, they were letting fireworks off in the back garden. I was thinking, you twats. You know that I've got 2 dogs. I'm all for... I never want to be one of those Karen-y people. But I do think that fireworks should be for professional displays only. Because if you live next door to someone that's got dogs and you're setting off fireworks in your back garden, I do just think you're a bit of a knob.
We used to.
You're a bit of a knob. Unless the dog is not bothered, do you know what I mean? But the majority of them are.
Yeah.
I remember there was a year when I think Glenn's mum's dog got so scared of the fireworks, she got her jaw stuck round a cage. So she sleeps in a cage, but an open cage. She just likes that crate, like she likes that little space. And she must have got so scared that she'd like started to like bite the cage, but then got a mouth stuck round it. So the fireman had to spend time cutting the dog out of the cage.
Oh my God.
Instead of probably more important things that could have been doing that night. But I just think professional displays.
It was this time last year, I must have said it on the podcast that the kids had sparklers.
Yes.
And we only had one pair of gloves, so they both had a glove each. And then both decided to touch the sparkler with the other hand and burnt them. So we were under the water with 2 hands. So carrot, sparkler,
I said
2
this
gloves.
to Glenn. I said this to Glenn because he was like, should we get Oak some sparklers? And I was like, oh, God, no. I was like, oh, actually, yeah, I suppose you could put them in a carrot. And he was like, why would you put them in a carrot? He went, a sparkler's designed to be safe. with that bit on the end that you hold. That is the design
Not
for
for
the
the kid.
sparkler to be safe. And I was like, carrot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tell them about us two. Both kids' hands under a tap. Took away all the joy, the buggers.
All the joy.
All the joy. But we are going to a big display tomorrow.
Yeah. I think last
when
year,
is it?
actually, I think Charlotte did some fireworks in our back garden. So I did leave the dogs.
So all you've said
For a
for the
bit.
last 5 minutes was nonsense.
So I wonder if it was on actual Bonfire Night that she did that. I don't know.
But yeah, the kids are excited.
Yeah. I think Oaks would like to see them, to be honest.
You know what I'm not liking? All of these big displays being ticketed. We were looking at ones at Hardwick. There was some park through Gateshead that was like 12 quid a ticket to get in. I was like, let's just stand outside the gate and look up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm confused to what I'm buying here. But they're not on Bonfire Night. They're across the weekend.
Usually the weekends.
Like, why?
Because people would rather go to weekend. Oh, hello. Go to weekend than a school night.
I wouldn't. I want it on the day. But remember when we were kids, I don't know if this was one in Sunderland, but they don't do the bonfire anymore. The big, massive fire pile with the guy at the top being burnt.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
No.
I don't think I have. I think
I
I've
remember
just seen like fireworks.
We used to stand so close to the fire pile that it was like lovely and warm, and like sitting on my dad's shoulders. I remember the heat of it. It was like a core memory of like mum and dad with cuppas and me and our Mark like with the fire.
Yeah.
And the smell.
I used to go to a display next to my mum's every year, like when I was younger, sneak in a bottle of drink and get absolutely mauled. It was the best.
Oh, funny. So I will be going. You don't know what you're doing.
No.
I am going to be pushed for time though, because I won't be finishing work till 5. And I think it starts at like 5:30, 6.
Yeah.
I'll get back from Newcastle. Oh, madness. Anyway, right. Should we do your segment?
Yeah, but I need to let anything on. Right. Share your shit.
I've just looked over here. Are we addressing the elephant in the room?
What, this?
That this is
I feel like not many, do many people even watch us? More than the listen?
90. Oh no, there's more listeners.
Oh God, yeah.
And people are fuming that they now can't watch it on Spotify. Sorry, go to YouTube then.
Our sign is, it's on its way to breaking.
I think Lauren's coming in and doing it on purpose, chipping away just to get rid of it.
Right, so
share your shit. Share your shit.
we were out at a pub for Sunday lunch.
Oh, I love Sunday
First time out since having a baby. Midway through, my little one has the loudest nappy explosion you've ever heard. I rushed to the baby change, no wipes, ended up using napkins from the table, soaking them in the sink. My partner texts, where have you gone? I'm in the loo covered in poo. Was that the end? That was the end.
I think she's just sharing a parent fail, possibly.
Been there.
Oh, I think we've all been there.
It's
when the
probably
poo
gonna
goes under
happen
your
again.
nail.
Ew,
That makes me feel
I hate that
ill.
because the smell lingers as well until you can like get home and do the proper scrub and
No,
brush.
but even when that happens, I feel like there's still a residue of warm insides. I had a fail with Sunday lunch yesterday.
Did you?
First time I made it in a long, long time.
I made a Sunday lunch yesterday as well.
And normally I have like an oven, you know, the black ones.
What tray?
Thank you. Chicken, all the chicken juices. Normally I get that out and put it on the hob, take the chicken out, carve the chicken, whilst making the gravy in the oven thing. But this time there was already, you know, like a pot oven dish that you would make like a pasta bacon or something like that. I thought, oh, just stick the chicken in there. Put that on the hob, continued doing stuff with my life. The juices of the chicken was 3/4 full of this oven thing. for any listeners out there, do not put a pot, baking tray, oven thing, whatever it is, on the hob because it will explode. The whole thing cracked in half.
What kind of hob have you got? A black one?
Electric one.
Right, okay. So I won't do that then.
Broke in half, all the juices out all over, all the hobs were on, and obviously there's fat in there, so I was like, it's going to set alight. I'm going, Dale, come and help. And he's like, what's wrong? He's got the kids. I'm like, come here. As I'm getting all the tea towels trying to stop the fat from running all over my house. But I was really fuming we had no chicken gravy because I just had to make stupid arbisto.
I love bisto.
No, but I love proper gravy as well.
But what's proper gravy?
Like the meat of the fat of the
Like I feel like
juices.
bisto is proper gravy.
Nah.
I love bisto.
I like pouring bisto in. So this is how I do my gravy. The juices from the meat. Normally put it on the hob, but oxos, 4 oxos, 2
chicken oxos.
If it's
beef
chicken,
oxos.
yes. If it's beef or any other meats, it's your beef oxos. So chicken oxos, then arbistos, shimmy like it's salt. And if you want to make it thicker, if you've got no bisto, use a little bit of the Yorkshire pudding mix as your thickener.
It's the fact that she thinks that I have Yorkshire pudding mix and I don't just buy frozen ones. My Sunday dinner and your Sunday dinner will be a lot different. So this is what I cooked yesterday.
Okay.
Ready-made mash in the microwave.
Lauren.
×2.
No.
Ready-made bags of veg.
No.
On the hob.
No.
Frozen Yorkshire puddings.
No.
And chicken.
Extra tasty from Asda.
Extra tasty from Morrison's.
Pre-cooked.
It wasn't pre-cooked. I did have to put it in the oven for 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Lauren.
But that's how I like it.
You don't.
That's it. Honest.
Right.
I do.
I need to
that
make
is how I like my dinner. And I like to mash it all together.
Pardon.
Stuff it in my Yorkshire pudding. And that's how I eat my dinner. I love it. Absolutely love it.
So you make like a
like I literally
bubble and squeak in your Yorkshire pudding.
I mash it all together like a child. Like mine and Ovi's look the same.
Oh my God.
And then I stuff mine in my Yorkshire puddings and eat it like that. One time I made a Sunday dinner pie and it was one of the best effing things I've ever made in my life. It's something that I fantasized about for months and months and months and months. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this. So I got obviously rolled out pie stuff. I'm not making a pie from scratch either, with the ready-made mash and the frozen veg, mashed it all together, put layers. So I had like a layer of the potatoey veggie stuff, layer of chicken, layer of gravy, layer of thingy.
That does sound
and then
epic.
put it in a pie. Stunning.
Where did you see that at?
I didn't. It was in my head.
Oh my God, I'm going to have to make this.
I just had this thought of like a Sunday dinner pie would be epic. And honestly, I'm not lying. I must have thought about it for 9 months before I actually did it.
I'm going to do that this week.
It was great.
But I will cook everything fresh. You know what? I won't do the short crust pastry. I'll buy that. Because you are right. That's just a waste of time.
Yeah. Honestly, let us know.
Oh my God.
No, I might make it again, actually.
Oh, Jesus.
So I've still got a bag. Actually, it's sweet potato mash now.
And you can make little pies. Yeah. As like vol au vents for Christmas.
That is such a good idea.
And you could have like a ham one, a chicken one, a beef one. A ham one, a chicken one, a beef one. A ham one, a chicken one, a beef one. That is
such a good idea. You know what as well? You could do that with leftover Christmas dinner.
Like your...
So just get loads of pie pastry.
Mm-hmm.
Great idea.
We're going to ring M&S. We're going to say we've got a... No, not making a business. No. We're just going to make pies in our house for each other.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is great.
Sorry, you've lost us to pies. But I'm so sad that you don't... Like, mashed potato is the easiest thing to make.
I don't have a potato masher.
Buy one. It's like 50 pence from Asda.
I will have to at Christmas when I'm hosting because I can't be
you cannot be doing 15 mash in the microwave.
Putting loads of different ones in the microwave at the different times. So I will Have to. What do you do? Milk and butter?
Or cream. Butter. Loads of butter. Cream. Me Auntie Joanne, or Johnny's mum, makes the best mashed potato. And it's always cream.
Okay. Noted.
Or you can just do milk. Wonderful. I love. Dale can leave a Sunday lunch.
Oh, I love a Sunday dinner.
Oh my God.
Love a Sunday dinner.
It's the best. Wow.
The mashed potato I had yesterday as well was fancy. It had onions and cabbage in. So it's not just any old mashed potato, you know. It's not a bag of frozen mash. Don't do that. I get the extra special stuff.
As long as you're not doing smash.
Smash.
I imagine you love smash.
No, don't actually.
You don't?
It's a bit too claggy.
Anyway, this share your shit. We've all been there. Thanks for sharing. So, my fact of the week. If successful, Guy Fawkes and his accomplices would have completely destroyed the building, as well as caused damage to buildings that surrounded the House of Parliament and transformed how we see London today. Research tells us that the blast of 2,500 kilograms of gunpowder would have destroyed Westminster Hall and the Abbey. Ironically, in 1834, the cellar where the gunpowder was stored was destroyed in an accidental fire. I just think that's mad, though, that we still celebrate.
What do we actually celebrate?
I think we celebrate that he did it.
Or that he was going to do it.
That they stopped it, I imagine.
Right.
And then we take the mick out of him by blowing stuff up. But fireworks were around a long, long time before this. Mm-hmm. So when did we use fireworks before?
I
don't think we did. But they were Chinese, weren't they? Fireworks.
I don't know.
But it's just such a strange thing to celebrate. Like, we don't celebrate any other terrorist attack or failed terrorist attack. But I really enjoy the day, so nobody try and cancel it, okay? Thank you. So, I have no idea what we've talked about for the past hour.
I think it took quite a few different turns.
It did, and if you enjoyed it, fantastic. If you didn't, fantastic. Leave a review.
If you enjoyed it, leave a review. If you didn't, don't. But yeah, if you want to get involved and share your shit, you can send us a DM or you can email us at podcast
at mamasocialco.com.
Mama has 2 M's.
2 M's.
Yeah, so get involved, get following us, get commenting, get DMing, get reviewing, get rating,
sharing.
And get sharing.
The Canadian lady, Charlotte, listen to the podcast when we mentioned it, and she messaged saying, I'm famous. So Charlotte, keep spreading us over the sea, over the water,
on the other side of the world, somewhere.
Yeah. It still blows my mind that there's people listening in other countries. Crazy. Anyway, love you all.
Yeah, have a great week and week.
We'll see you soon.
This episode of Mama Social, the podcast, was filmed and produced by Flamingo Heights Podcast Studio.
Lauren, I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
I don't like
Why
you
saying Lauren? Just say see you soon.
Steve.
Because we're talking to our listeners.
Ah.
See you soon.